Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivy and I do makeup sometimes. Long time no see, I've missed you guys. I really wanted to be creating, but just a lot has been going on. Here's the statement I left on Twitter if you guys would like to read that. But there's just been a lot going on, so I haven't created as much as I would like to. That being said, I'm right here right now, and I'm gonna give y'all a video that I'm really excited to do. Yeah. So today's video is something that I filmed a little while ago, but when I was doing it, my concealer, like I left it sitting in my drawer for a long time because I got in a period of not really using it. I don't know. And it kind of separated and then it looked weird, so I had to like refilm it, and I didn't get to refilming it until now because a lot has happened, like I said. But today's video is my everyday makeup look. Right now I'm not wearing it, clearly. I have no makeup on. But you guys are gonna see how it goes right now. So stay tuned. Alright, so before we get started, because my lips are kind of chapped, I'm gonna need to do this part right now. I need to get some lip balm on. Also, don't mind my nails. They are really grown out, but that's not gonna hold me back from filming. The lip balm I was using, by the way, is the CoverGirl Oh Sugar Lip Balm. These things are bomb, not Spawn. I feel the need to say that because A, I'm a CoverGirl brand ambassador now or whatever, and I'm gonna be using a couple CoverGirl products in this video, so not sponsored, I just like the stuff. But yeah, I'm in my living room, sitting room, whatever. The other one has a TV, this one doesn't have a TV, so I just call it the sitting room because what else can you do? You can just sit. But I just kind of wanted to film with natural light. There's really good like light here, and also I don't have my filming set up, so I'm also forced to film with natural light, but natural light looks nice, so I'm happy to do it. All right, so for my everyday makeup, or with any makeup in general, it's very important to have your skin prepped, but I don't wear foundation in my everyday makeup, so it's extra important for me to make sure my skin looks moisturized and stuff like that, just because it makes you look as good as possible as you can without makeup on, you know what I mean? So before I sat down, I went ahead and like washed my face with like a little washcloth, just to kind of like lightly exfoliate. Went ahead and moisturized with my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Love that stuff, so good. And then I also used a couple drops of Sunflower Sweet Serum. I used an eye cream, you know, just your usual, just like my usual, I guess, morning routine. If you're wondering how much makeup we're gonna be using today, this is my entire everyday makeup routine. This. And this is the extra version. What I mean by extra version is that my makeup routine, I kind of go into it with like there's a method to my madness. I like to apply my makeup in a way that, because I'm somebody who's always running late, I can kind of stop at any point and be good. You know what I mean? Like I do things kind of by order of importance. So the first product I'm gonna use is this concealer right here. It is the CoverGirl Natural Hue Concealer in Tawny, and this is pretty close to my skin tone. This concealer is also like pretty light in coverage. Like this is not Shape Tape by any means. And I like that for an everyday makeup look because I just feel like, you know, it looks natural, but it does help like just kind of lift the areas that you may be concerned about, you know? I also like that you don't really have to set this concealer. It just, I don't know, like it's matte, but it's not like the kind of matte where it looks cakey or anything. It just, you know, it sets. So you don't really have to set it. It doesn't crease too much, but also I explained this kind of in my Valentine's Day video. If a product isn't super full coverage, it looks less bizarre if it does crease. And that's just because you can kind of see your skin through the product. So like your skin peeking through in like the little creases isn't gonna be so like jarring, you know what I mean? So that's something to keep in mind. Like that's another perk of using like a low coverage product, especially when you're not setting, you're not wearing foundation, it blends in better, whatever. So now I've concealed my under eyes. I'm just gonna hit the areas where I have kind of like dark marks. My little lady stash is kind of coming in, so we're gonna cover her a little bit too. And then I'm gonna make sure to mix this up a lot because this is the concealer that really messed me up last time. I hadn't used it for a while. Like I got in a habit of just doing the skin tone colored concealer. But recently I've been wanting just a little bit more of like brightness underneath my eyes and things like that. So I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Clean Concealer in Deep next. And I just put this on like the high points. Now I'm gonna take my makeup check sponge, and starting with the areas that just have the darker concealer on them, I'm gonna go ahead and blend those out. And then I get into the brightening concealer. I like to make sure that I don't cover my lid with concealer when I do this look. Because it just kind of makes it more natural. The more of your skin you show, clearly it's gonna look more natural. But also because this avoids you having to try and do any kind of eyeshadow. Because, I mean, at least for me, I have hyperpigmentation on my lid, so it just kind of looks like I already got eyeshadow on, which is pretty dope. One less step, man. You can see how that just kind of like brightened up my under eye, but it doesn't look like I put on like a white concealer or anything, you know? It still looks like really nice and natural-ish. Just gonna kind of wipe off the excess concealer on the sides of my nose. That may make it look like, you know, a little wider than I want, so I'm just gonna kind of hit that with a bare finger. All right, so this is what we're looking like right now. Concealer is my first step just because like I feel like lifting my under eye circles and just making it look a little brighter and stuff, I feel like just really makes me look more bright and wide-eyed and awake and all that kind of stuff. That being said, if I have more time, I will dive into this next step, which is brows. And this is the second most important step to me because I don't have as much brow hair as I would like, you know? So my favorite brow product right now has been the Furrowlicious brow pencil from The Balm, and mine is in the shade dark brown. The main reason I do really like this though is because it is one of those micro brow pencils, and like these really fine pencils are really great for a more natural brow day when you really want to create like hair-like strokes. So I just take the spoolie end, hit the brows in one time for the one time. Look at this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I have a little bit of red in my brow because I was playing with the Kat Von D brow products last night and I couldn't get it out. So for my regular everyday brow, I just kind of like to go on top of my brows and create a little bit of a line just so I have some kind of marker for where, you know, I need to stop so I don't end up with a full like forehead full of eyebrow, you know. And then going down from that line, I'm just gonna fill in like the sparse areas. In the event that I have like literally zero time, I'll just kind of go through my brows and not keep any of that in mind. Like right now I'm trying to make them look groomed but fuller, you know? But if I'm in a rush, I'm just trying to enhance them a little bit. So I'll just kind of like fill in the sparse areas slightly. It's very, you know, less is more. Brush it out, hit it with the next product I'm gonna show y'all here in a second, and go out the door. So, you know, it depends on how much time I have, but right now we have time to go for groomed, so I'm gonna go for, well, not groomed, but groomed-ish. Sometimes when I happen to remember to do this, I'll take the skin tone color concealer, and I won't use a brush or anything, but I'll just kind of like take the doe foot applicator and clean up my brows slightly. And I only did it on the top just because I'm not trying to spend all that kind of time. But if you're somebody who likes to clean up the bottom of your brows, you know, go ahead and do that. All right, next, this is actually, like, this product has become such a staple in my makeup routine because I feel like it makes your brows look so nice. Like, it really makes your brow hairs, like, really, like, beefy. I feel like that's not a good word, but it makes them, like, stand out more. So this is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Shape and Define. That's what it says. It's like a brow mascara. So I just kind of, like, run this through my brows. I like to really backcomb them, too, so that they can get, you know, as thick as possible. All right, and that's my little tame-ish bushy brow that I do for every day. You know, I'm really into the brow look. It's not for everybody. You can do whatever brow style works for you because, you know, brows are really personal. And again, this is a step where I can definitely just stop there. Now, if you're familiar with my tutorials, you guys know, like, do I do a look without some form of cream contour? Do I? The answer is no. So I'm taking my black opal foundation stick in ebony brown, and you can either use a brush if you want, or you can use your beauty blender for this. A lot of the times I'll just use my beauty blender because it's convenient, and also I'm not really going for a very structured contour. I'm just trying to kind of like bronze up the perimeter of my face. So I just kind of like, you know, hit the butt of the beauty blender with a little bit of the product, and then I pounce it, you know, cheekbones, all of that. And then I do like to take a little bit kind of from like my temples down to the outer corners of my eye. Don't forget the forehead because this is where like the sun naturally hits, so it would naturally tan you there. And I'm also just gonna take a little bit and not really contour my nose per se because I'm not being super precise, but I'm gonna hit the bottom of my nose and then hit the bridge of my nose a little bit. All right, so this is what we're looking like right now. Next up is going to be mascara. And for that, I'm just gonna be using the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. And when I personally do my mascara with a really natural look, I don't like to do mascara on my bottom lashes because I feel like it just looks really heavy. Like it can give me like the kind of like raccoon eye effect, and that's not what I'm going for. So I'm gonna stick to just applying it on my top lashes. That's my cousin.
Hi, welcome to, what is it?
You're so annoying. You don't even know because you don't watch my videos.
But I do watch your videos.
You don't watch my videos.
I watch your videos.
You know she hasn't watched a lore incubator?
It's on my laptop right now.
She didn't watch that shit. Say hi, they don't know you.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm Ivy's sister, her favorite, her absolute darling. Somebody
Yikes, you really lie! I'm kidding. This is Ashley. This is my child. I want us to do a challenge video together on my channel.
Oh, that meme challenge video?
We had an idea for doing like a challenge video where you do like buying, I don't know. I don't want to explain it because I don't want y'all stealing our shit. I'm kidding. No, but we thought we would do that. Let us know in the comments if you'd want to see, because I think it'd be really fun. Ashley, we have healthy ice cream, not ice cream.
All I saw was dairy free and I was like,
yeah, it's Halo Top. It doesn't taste like ice cream perfectly, but if you put some like chocolate chips on that bad boy, listen up. We have chocolate chips on the healthy shelf. Alright, so the next step is highlighter, and for my like, you know, more natural days, I do really like a cream highlighter as opposed to like a powder or something like that, or even like a liquid. I feel like liquids can kind of like be too finicky to want to apply when I'm in a rush, so I feel like cream is my best bet. So I have two highlighters that I like to use. I'll use the Ciate Dewy Sticks, and this one is really nice. It's just kind of like a balm really, like here. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like blended out. It's really just like, it's just shiny. It doesn't really have like shimmer in there, if that makes sense. The next product is from a brand that isn't everyone's cup of tea, but this is the Tarte Twinkle Stick highlighter. I will say with Tarte, I don't really use their foundations anymore because they made it very clear that they don't do that for me. That being said, I do still have a few products from their line that I still like and I still use, but if I find alternatives, I will. But right now, this is something that I love and I haven't found something to replace. So this highlighter is one of those like shimmery highlighters, but it looks more natural than a powder, of course. It's just like a pretty gold. And oh, this is blended out. You can see that it's still very natural, but it's more than this one. These do look really nice mixed together, which is what I think I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna apply a little bit on top so you can see it without being blended out. So that's that. Very pretty highlighter. So today I think I'm gonna wear both. I'm just gonna apply right onto my beauty blender, kind of like we did the cream contour. I'm gonna apply the more gold one and hit the tops of my cheekbones. So this is what that one, like the gold one, looks like on its own. And then, you know, on like my extra days, I like to layer them like I said. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take on the same sponge some of the Ciate one, and I'll put some of that on top. And it just makes it a lot more like dewy looking, which adds to the whole like fresh and natural. And like, yeah, I woke up like this, what's wrong with you? Look. All right, so this is where I stop for the most part. This is like my everyday makeup look, if you will. But if you guys know me, y'all know I do love me some blush, and I wasn't sure how to like add this into my routine without it looking weird. And I found the best way for me, and this is something I only do if I have time like that. But I like to take whatever lipstick. I like something that's either more, well, I generally go for something more peachy, but I couldn't find something because I lose all of my lipsticks. So I'm taking this Kat Von D lipstick in Misfit, and it's just kind of like a brick red kind of color. And I apply a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And then I mix in some of the skin tone color concealer to kind of tone it down and not make it too much. So now that I mix it up, I have some of that on my finger, and I'm just gonna lightly apply that to my cheeks, a little onto the bridge of the nose. And there you go, there's the blush. It's just like really natural looking, I find, whenever you mix like a little bit of lipstick with concealer. You can use a cream blush to like avoid all of that, but I haven't bought one yet. Now the last step that again, I don't really do all the time, but I like to do is y'all know I love a good nose highlight, but when I highlight with like those creams, I feel that if I have to like blow my nose or something, or even just because I get oily really, it can wipe off really easily and just kind of, you know, be gone. So if I am gonna highlight my nose, I like to do it using a powder. I'm gonna be using LeBron's from Artist Couture because it's like a really nice natural shade on me if I go light on it, you know. Jackie Aina really snapped with this shade. Might even hit the inner corners a little bit while I'm here. And there you go, this is the finished look. I feel like it still looks nice and natural, but it just looks like enhanced. Of course, like I said, you can take out a lot of these steps. Sometimes I'll do like a little mashup of a bunch of these and not do some of the other ones and stuff like that. This is just like the all out version-ish. Sometimes I wear lip gloss, but you feel me. It probably seemed like it took a long time just because of the like I'm explaining and stuff like that, but in reality when I do this face routine, it can take me between 5 and 10 minutes, you know? It's not super long at all. I feel like I should also add that I generally do my makeup while I'm watching YouTube videos, so that probably has something to do with the time. But I have done it in like less than 5 minutes, so yeah, not a super long time consuming thing. But yeah, like I said, this is the finished look. If you liked it, definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel while you're down there subscribing and whatnot. Feel free to like hit the little notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. If you would like to, you know, check out some of my other social medias, feel free to check out my Instagram and Twitter, which are both at Ivy Kungu. Which are both at Ivy Kungu. And yeah, cause like, you know, I'd love to see you there too. And yeah, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Bye.